Welcome back to Las Vegas, everyone. We are about to start a game here between the Phoenix what are they called? The Stacy Savages against a team from Austin, my hometown, and that would be the Austin Ballbusters. The Austin Ballbusters are going to be the visiting team for this game. And Andrew Walls is going to be the leadoff batter for Austin. My name is Rich Siegel. Thank you all for being with us here on the Cloud Sports Network, and pleased to be joined by Joel Tremblay from the San Diego, what is your league called again? The San Diego...
America's Finest City
Softball. Ball one and then a foul. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Walls. We had a little bit of a delay in getting this game started. They've been trying to move things along here, starting games earlier when they had the opportunity to do so, not necessarily sticking to a top-of-the-hour clock, but we had to wait for the lights to come on, and that's what caused a little bit of a delay. That pitch is outside. It's ball 3.
And they've got the lights on this field, but not at other fields, so they may have to reset them, and they may go off again. If that happens, we will continue our coverage here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Walls hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Nice play from short to first. That was a nice throw by David Wrench, and a great pickup by the first baseman, Tim Valencia. So Andrew Walls out 6-3, and Jimmy Ray will be the batter. A lot of people coming over here to watch this game as the lights for the other 3 fields, as Joel just said, not on yet. This team coached by Jen Howe. First pitch to Jimmy Ray is a ball. That pitch is a strike. A 50-minute game here, and that pitch is inside, ball 3. Jim Davis from Dallas is the umpire for this game. I believe this is like the 5th or 6th game he's worked. There's a ground ball to third, backhanded by the third baseman, play to first, and 2 up, 2 down for Austin here in the top of the first inning. That third baseman for the Phoenix team is Anthony Ward.
On the left side of the infield, flashing some leather here. 2 good plays to start the game. A nice backhand there at third, and then the play from short on the opening batter.
Number 88 is Roy Coates. He bats from the left side. And the first pitch to him is a strike call.
Yeah, some of these umpires, I believe, are doing up to 9 games today, is what one of our umpires from San Diego told me.
Pitches a ball, 2-2. And the next pitch is inside, hits the batter. Ball 3. Next game that we will broadcast, in our final game that we are broadcasting for you, and that'll be after this game. There's a fly ball hit out into deep right center field. That ball hops to the fence. It'll be a double. He's going to head for third, and he will stand up with a triple, and it's a 2-out triple for Roy Coates. He just hit the heck out of that ball.
Got all of that one for sure.
And Joe Fuentes, he is the catcher, and he will try to get his team on the board here with a 2-out hit. First pitch to him. Outside for a ball.
And if you're wondering how in that last batter there were 3 balls after 2 pitches, it's because every batter here starts with a 1-1 count.
Line drive left field, base hit. Joe Fuentes with an RBI single scores Roy Coates. And an early 1-0 lead now for the Austin Ballbusters over the Phoenix Stacy Savages.
Cream and sugar? Cream and sugar? Okay. Cream and sugar? Okay, there you go.
As the chill has set in and nightfall here in Las Vegas, coffee now becomes the order of the day. Ray Vila, the batter, he takes a strike. Next pitch to him is a ball inside, 2-2. Joe Fuentes with good base running at first base. And that pitch is a ball inside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit out into the left field. Easy play for the left fielder, Luke Killo, and that is how the top of the first ends. A run, 2 hits, and 1 left on base. We go to the home half of the first, and our score, Austin 1, Phoenix coming to bat.
We already mentioned the 1-1 count. A couple other things to keep an eye out for. The other call the umpire may make is illegal. That means the pitch did not go at least 6 feet high or was higher than 12 feet, which is the range for the pitching arc. And there is no what's called a courtesy foul or foul to give in this tournament. So if you foul strike 3 away, you are out.
So the defensive setup for the Austin Ballbusters. Third base will be Tom Voles, the shortstop Roy Lopez, at second base Kevin McPherson, and the first baseman is Steve Espinoza. The outfield is Andrew Walls in left, Roy Coates in left center. The right fielder is Ray Vila. The right center fielder is Jimmy Ray, and right field Ray Vila. The catcher is Joe Fuentes. And in the circle, Oscar Leal, a veteran. This is a veteran battery of pitcher and catcher. Been around softball Austin for several years, and Oscar staked to an early 1-0 lead. Sabino Davila, Merle Acevedo, and David Wrench will be the first 3 batters for Phoenix here in the bottom of the first. Austin has a delegation here. The Austin C team, another Austin C team in this tournament, the Austin Fusion, over here rooting for their sister team from the Lone Star State's capital city. First pitch is foul to the right side, a ball and 2 strikes. And the next one. There is a ground ball to the shortstop, bobbled by the shortstop. There'll be no play, and it's a leadoff base runner on a bobble by the shortstop. So Davila is on, and will bring up Merle Acevedo.
So Stacey Savage is only batting 10. For those of you who might have seen some of our earlier games in pool play, you can bat up to 12, but you don't have to. And as you get further into the tournament and you know who your best 10 batters are, as long as they can all play the field, sometimes that's all you bat. The Ballbusters are batting 11, and that may just mean that they have a hitter who is too good not to have hit, but might not have a space out in the defense.
Acevedo hits a ground ball to short. It takes a bad hop. Took a bad hop, and it hit Lopez in the face. He was able to recover, so it'll be runners at first and second. We're going to score that a base hit because of the bad hop, and it'll bring up David Wrench, who is the shortstop for Phoenix. Leal's first pitch. Hit a fly ball into center field. The ball is going to drop in front of the left center fielder and the right center fielder. This will allow a run to score, another runner on to third. Kasim Ali was running at first base for Davila, and so he scores. The game is tied.
And that's what's called a courtesy runner. Once an inning, you can swap in any runner you want for someone who's on base, but only once an inning.
Here's the first pitch to Anthony Ward. It's a ball.
Sounded
Anthony
like that one hit the plate.
It did. He's the third baseman. Fly ball, right field foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitcher, Len Branham, is on deck.
Interesting on that last fly ball. If the lights are pretty good here, the field looks well lit, but if there's one thing that's tougher under the lights for most people, it's the outfield if you haven't played a lot under them.
That pitch is outside. And Leal comes right back. A little pop-up hit into shallow right field is going to fall for a hit. That'll score a run, and another runner to third base. Leal smartly cuts the ball off so that the runner at first can't advance. So Anthony Ward gets a little fly ball out into right field, and he plates a run. His team is now leading 2-0. Wrench is now with third base. Len Branham, the batter. He is the pitcher, and the first pitch to him is low for a ball. Grounder to third. Off the third baseman's glove and into left field for a hit. A run scores. It's 3-1. As David Wrench crosses the plate, still nobody out. Runners at first and second. Tim Valencia will be the batter. And the first pitch to Valencia is a ball. A little short. 2 balls and a strike. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. So first inning difficulties for the Ballbusters. 3 have already scored. There are 2 on base. And now ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
In C baseball, you are allowed 1 home run for your team, so this would be a good place if you've got somebody up who can hit one.
Luke Killo is the batter with the bases loaded and nobody out. First pitch to Killo. Grounded to the third baseman and off his glove into left field. A run scores. Here comes another runner in. 5 have scored this inning as Ward and Branham have scored. Valencia held at second. It is now 5-1. And we'll bring up Patrick Ramirez. First pitch to him is a ball. Patrick Ramirez is the right center fielder for this team. And he takes another ball. They're all dropping just a little bit short, it seems.
Just a little bit short, and he might be trying to get him to reach for something, but...
That 3-1 pitch hits the plate. And so for the second time, the bases are loaded.
It's kind of tough when those balls are going through the infield. It can get hard on you as a pitcher. You start trying to paint the corners just so that you can do something.
Well, the good news is that the lights in the other fields are on, so that means that the lights here did not go out. The first pitch to Kasim Ali is fouled back for a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes, and a little pop-up to the left side. It's an infield fly, and the batter is out. The catch made by the third baseman, Tom Voles, and that is the first out. We'll bring up the last batter in the batting order, Enrique Cabrera.
We can talk a little bit about the infield fly rule. If there's batters on first and second and the pop fly is judged easy by the umpire.
There's another infield pop-up and another infield fly rule in effect. So Cabrera pops to the shortstop, and that's the second out. We swing back to the top of the order, turn the lineup over, and Sabino Davila, the batter, he reached on an infield error in his first at-bat, and he bats with the bases loaded now, 2 out. 5 runs in the inning for Phoenix, and the first pitch is outside for a ball.
So on that infield fly, when the umpire calls it, the batter is out. It's sort of a protection against a double or triple play by letting that fielder drop the ball when the runners can't move.
There's a grounder to shortstop play on the second, and the inning is over. 5 runs score in the inning for Phoenix after giving up a run in the top of the first. The putout will go 6-4, so Ramirez forced at second base. And we go to the top of the second. And our new score is Phoenix 5 and Austin Ballbusters 1 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And it was a good inning for the Savages, but they did leave 3 on base, which could come back to hurt them. That's something that kills you in softball, is those left on base runners.
Rodney Lanier, Roy Lopez, and Kevin McPherson will bat here in the top of the second. So Austin's got a little work to do. It's 5-1. First pitch to Lanier is a ball. This team, Austin, is smart enough to know they don't have to get it all back in one at-bat. There's a fly ball hit out into left center field, and the catch is made, and that's the first out. Catch made out there by Kasim Ali.
Left fielder in good position there, in a little bit for that.
Here's Lopez. Jim Davis marks ready for play. Here's the pitch. Hit the plate for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. That pitch is inside, ball 3.
Pitcher showing a couple of different styles. The first one seemed to curve across the plate from left to right from our vantage point. That one stayed right inside.
The 3-1 taking all the way and a strike call. Here's the full count pitch. And a line drive right to the shortstop, out number 2. Kevin McPherson, the bats, now with runners, or no runners on and 2 out. McPherson is the second baseman for the Ball Busters. It's still of a Las Vegas night, a definite chill in the air here in January. We're celebrating MLK weekend with you. And a strike call to McPherson. To the plate. Fly ball hit out into center field. The ball is going to get down. McPherson on with the single. On his way to second, he'll reach with a double.
A lot of players you're seeing wearing jackets, covering numbers. We're going to try to make sure we give you the right players, but the umpire has discretion to let people cover their numbers when it's cold, and Apple tells me it's 55 degrees here in Las Vegas tonight. I'm not sure I believe that as we sit under the lights.
Here's Steve Espinoza. Runner in scoring position with 2 out. A line drive in the left field for a hit. McPherson around third. He's being waved home. There's a play at the plate. The catcher bobbles the ball. McPherson scores, and Espinoza, running on the throw, reaches second.
That throw just a little up the line, but pretty much on mark, just a little high where the catcher had to try to get it, but he was right there to make the play if he could have brought it down.
Here is Oscar Leal with a runner in scoring position now. 5-2 the score. First pitch illegal.
And there's that arm bar. That's the umpire's signal that it's illegal. You can still swing at that pitch and put it in play.
Leal takes a strike. It came down across the plate. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch inside, ball 3. Count is full. No force on the base runner at second base with 2 out. And Leal lines one to the shortstop, and that is the end of the inning. However, the Ball Busters do score a run on 2 hits, and we go to the bottom of the second, and it is now Phoenix 5, Austin 2, with Acevedo, Wrench, and Ward due to bat for Phoenix.
And again, it looks like all the lights are on here at Desert Breeze, so hopefully we'll be able to bring you this game uninterrupted. I think we heard
Oscar Leal back to the circle for Austin, and again he faces the 2, 3, and 4 batters here. That means again Merle Acevedo, David Wrench, and Anthony Ward. And the first pitch hit to Voles at third on one big hop, throw on to first, and that's the first out. 1 pitch, 1 down. So a good start to this inning for Leal, and that'll bring up David Wrench. Singled and scored his first at bat. First pitch to him. Swinging a liner right past Voles and into left field for a hit, and then the ball gets by the left fielder and rolls all the way to the fence. Wrench around second on his way to third. They are going to, he's going to run through the stop sign and score. The third base coach held him, was trying to hold him at third, but David said, nope, I'm going to keep on running, and he scored easily. So they get the run back. That is going to go as a single and then an error, allowing the runner to come all the way around to score.
And as we discussed in some of the earlier games, that is a turf outfield, so
Yeah.
it should be true hops, just kind of squirted under there.
A ground ball back to the pitcher by Anthony Ward on to first, and that is the second out of the inning. That was 1-3 if you're scoring with us. Brings up Len Branham, the pitcher who singled and scored in the 5-run first inning. And Leal's first pitch to his pitching counterpart is lifted in the air to left center field. The ball gets down for a hit. So Branham, a 2-out base runner with a single. Number 13 is Tim Valencia. He walked in his first at-bat. Takes a little more dirt off of that right-handed hitter's batter's box, as if there's not enough dirt missing from it already. First pitch to him is a ball, short. Next one. Grounder in the hole. Took a bad hop over Tom Bowles' glove. There'll be no play for the shortstop Lopez, and so it'll be runners at first and second.
Nice job to keep it on the infield there.
Yeah, exactly. There are no true hops on the infield at all. There's going to be a runner now, as it looks like David Wrench comes in to run for Tim Valencia. Luke Killo got a base hit his first at-bat. He gets a base hit again in the left center field. That'll score a run and send Wrench to third. The other runner to second base. It'll be second and third with 2 out. Glenn Branham scored. It's the second run in the inning and the 7th run in the game.
And apparently the coach is not too mad about Wrench running through that stop sign because they put him right back out there.
Correct. Patrick Ramirez. Three balls and a strike. And he walks. That's his second walk. So now the bases are loaded for Kasim Ali, who popped to the third baseman in his first at-bat. The first pitch by Leal to Ali is a strike called. 2 outs in the inning, but 2 runs have scored. The bases are loaded for the team from Phoenix, and there is a ground ball to shortstop. They'll go to second, and he's out at second base. There was a delay on the call, but the runner is out. The putout will go 6-4. It looked at first like Lopez was going to go to third base, but changed his mind and went to second, and that's how the inning ends. But 2 more runs for Phoenix, and for the Stacey Savages, they lead now over the Austin Ballbusters by the score of 7-2 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Absolutely agree with you. It looked like he was taking a look at third, but went to second instead. Barely got him. That run doesn't score, if you're wondering. It's still a force out, just not maybe the one you were expecting.
Tom Bowles is going to lead off for the Austin Ballbusters here in the top of the third. Veteran of softball, Austin, and in its league's Hall of Fame. Voted in 2018.
Again, 7-2 here in the top of the third inning.
And the first pitch to Bowles. Liner into right field for a base hit. Turn the lineup over, and Andrew Walls will bat next. He hit a ground ball to shortstop in his first at-bat. Jimmy Ray moves into the on-deck circle.
And there's another illegal pitch.
He
Didn't
called
make the
illegal.
6 feet.
Yep, 2-1. That pitch a little deep, 3-1. And that pitch is a little low, ball 4, so a little early inning business for Austin. They put the first 2 ratters on a single and a walk. Bowles to second, and Andrew Walls at first. Here's Jimmy Ray. He grounded to the third baseman, his first at-bat. And he takes the ball. He does what a smart batter will always do. The pitcher has thrown 3 straight out of the strike zone. You take the next one if you're the next batter. Here's the next pitch to him. He hits a grounder to third. Third baseman will step on the back for 1, play on to first, safe.
Yeah, it looked like that pitch actually might have been coming in a little short as well, but he seemed to like it and reached out for it there. Sometimes when you're watching softball and the batters are getting the first 2 pitches as balls, the pitcher's trying to do something. I think this pitcher might have been having a little trouble hitting the strike zone there.
So Walls is running at second, Ray at first. That's good speed out there. Here is Roy Coates. There's a long drive to deep right field. That ball's got some carry, and it is out of here. 3-run homer for Roy Coates.
And again, in C baseball in this tournament, whichever level of C you're at, you get 1 over-the-fence home run per game. So that is the one and only home run for the Ballbusters this game.
And if you, as you said earlier, here's Fuentes hitting a foul ball to left field. As you said earlier, if you're going to hit a home run, have runners on, make it count, make it really count. And that's exactly what Roy Coates did. A 3-run bomb to right field, and our score is now 7-5. Fuentes swings and hits a line drive into left center field for a base hit.
And of course the batters know those home run rules, which is why sometimes if somebody hits a solo home run and you see them upset, that's why. They didn't mean to do it, they just got under a little too much.
Ray Vila. Runner at first. Takes a strike. There's one out in the inning. And the next one. He is called out. Strike 3 call. Rodney Lanier fly out to left center in the second inning. Bats with 1 on and 2 out here in the third. Lanier takes the ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. And that pitch sails a little too deep. It's 3-1. The 3-1. Liner over the outstretched glove of the shortstop and into left center field for a hit. Fuentes will stop at second base. So a little 2-out rally for Austin with Lopez, the batter, who can cut into the 2-run deficit.
And that's pretty much where the last one landed. They hit, but that one with a lot more speed on it, not popping up, no time to get under it.
First pitch to him. Ball inside. The 2-1. Ball 3. He's not missing by much.
No, that one was just inside.
A 3-1 delivery. On the plate, bases are loaded. Fuentes to third, Lanier to second, and now on at first base is Lopez. Kevin McPherson will be the batter. He has a double and a run scored in the last inning. He could tie the game with a hit. He takes the ball.
And as you said before, my guess he's be taken again.
He takes a strike. 2-2 to McPherson. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. Takes a bad hop and on into left center field for a hit. Fuentes scores. And so does Coates, running for Lanier, and the game is tied. That just took a bad hop. It was a true grounder that must have hit something out there, obviously, because it just came up over the shortstop's glove and on out into the outfield.
Yeah,
on the
shortstop in
play.
great position there, but something happened and bad hop, couldn't quite recover.
So 2 runs batted in for McPherson. Steve Espinoza, the batter. The game is tied, and the first pitch is deep. Good inning for Austin. A little line drive into that left center field will fall for a hit. And another run scores. That's Lopez coming in to score the 5th run in the inning. The 6th run in the inning.
And the Ballbusters have the lead.
And it is now 8-7 on the play. McPherson held second. And here is Oscar Leal. Austin is now hit around. They've batted around this inning. This is the 10th batter of the inning. The 11th batter of the inning. The count is 2-2. Leal swings and lines one into left field. It gets past the left fielder, off his glove. A run scores, McPherson scores. Here comes another man home. Can't identify him. I can't see his number because he's wearing a jacket. And Leal into third base. 2 more runs have scored.
I think that was Espinoza scoring that last run with Leal going to third base. That ball was scorched. And the left fielder had a good read on it, just couldn't quite keep it in the glove. Probably came down on him a little bit faster than he thought.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting 8 in the inning. It's now 10-7. Tom Voles led off the inning with a single to right field, and he bats for the second time in this inning. And he can add to the lead with Leal running at third base. Voles takes a pitch just outside ball 3. G-O-O-D, good eye, good eye. And he takes the strike. He thought it might have been a ball. He started to leave the batter's box a little early. Voles swings and hits another one to right field. That ball is fair into the corner, and it rolls past, or the right fielder bobbles, it rolls to the fence. Voles at second. He's heading for third, and he will make it easily.
And an interesting point of umpiring that I sometimes have to teach my D team is that when the umpire doesn't call anything, it's a fair ball. He will call foul. He doesn't have to call fair. So that, when you heard nothing, that was a fair ball.
There'll be a double and advance to third on the fielding error. Will bring up Walls. He lifts one foul and out of play to the right side. Walls has a walk in this inning, and earlier at bat in the first inning, he grounded out to the shortstop. A 9-run third inning for Austin's Ballbusters. Walls takes the ball. Another run at third base for Austin. Here's a fly ball hit out into the alley in left center field. Ali on the run makes the catch, and the inning is over. But a good inning for the Ballbusters. They score 9, they leave a man on, and we head to the bottom of the third with our brand new score. The Austin Ballbusters 11 and the Phoenix Stacy Savages 7.
Great inning there from the Ballbusters.
15 minutes. You're welcome.
Umpire Jim Davis says 15 minutes left in this game.
Honestly, a lot of time gone to be in the bottom of the third inning, but that's where we are.
Enrique Cabrera will lead it off for Phoenix. I'm looking to see Ali's last at bat. Okay, that was the fielder's choice 6. Phoenix was up 5-1. They trail now 11-7. First pitch by Oscar Leal was a ball. And a pitch. Look, that pitch was outside. And he walks.
So we're just getting a little information about the game after this. Originally scheduled for 6 p.m. I'm sure they'll try to get it started as quickly after this game as possible. It's going to feature the Palm Springs Stingers versus the Long Beach Crushers.
Sabino Davila, the batter, as we are back at the top of the order. First pitch to him. He lifts one foul down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This man has hit 2 ground balls to the left side. He has reached once. Runner at first base. Nobody out. A looping flying drive into right center field falls for a hit. McPherson up with the ball. Or excuse me, that's McPherson at second base. The right center fielder is Jimmy Ray, and he gets it back in, so no further advancement by Cabrera, who holds at second base. And that'll bring up Merle Acevedo. He has singled and hit a grounder to third, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. David Wrench moves into the on-deck circle. The next one. There's a line drive in the left center field. Should be caught, is caught. They might have a play at second base. He is safe. Cabrera had tarried too far off second, thinking that ball may drop, and had to hustle back to second base and just beat the throw. One big out. David Wrench, the batter. He's reached twice on singles. He has also scored 2 runs. First pitch is a ball.
Lucky not to get cut off there. No real reason to be that far from the bag. If that ball lands, he's going to score from second easily.
There's a fly ball, right center field. That ball is hit well, and it gets over Jimmy Ray's head. It rolls to the fence and then takes a hop off the fence. Cabrera will score. They're going to wave Davila around, and he will score. And it is 11-9.
I believe that was Wrench. Ends up at second after that hit with a double.
A line drive into right field for a base hit by Anthony Ward. That'll plate David Wrench, who has scored for the 3rd time tonight. And it's 11-10.
And that's what winning teams do, is they put a few on the board every inning and just keep clawing back or clawing into a slightly bigger lead.
Every inning has had at least 1 run. There's a fly ball hit out into left field. And the ball is caught by Andrew Walls. On the play, a tag at first base. Making it to second base is Anthony Ward. It's out number 2, and it'll bring up Tim Valencia, who has walked and he has singled. And the first pitch to him. A ball outside. Valencia takes another ball. And he walks.
Many more walks in this game than the other games that we broadcast today. And I think it probably has to do with, at this point, having watched with the umpire's strike zone.
David Wrench, I'm sorry.
I think the pitchers are feeling like there's a narrow window there where it's past the plate but not too deep to be called a ball.
David Wrench comes in to run as the courtesy runner. Here's a fly ball hit out into right center field. Jimmy Ray had the play. Vila came over, cut in front of him, and missed the ball. And 3 runs are going to score. I don't think he got his glove on it, so it's a clean 3-run inside the park home run.
I don't think he did, but I agree with you. It looked like he came in from right field to cut that ball off.
That was the right center fielder's play, I believe. I really do believe that.
Unless for some reason maybe the right center fielder lost it in lights or the air, maybe he felt he needed a little help. Hard to hear them out there if they were communicating.
Again, Patrick Ramirez, the batter. You're right about that. Patrick Ramirez takes a couple of pitches, 3-1. And Patrick Ramirez has walked for the 2nd time in this game.
And that pitch right there is sort of what I was talking about. I feel like a lot of pitchers would think that pitch was going to be a strike, but it's a little bit deep for this umpire, the way it's going over their heads or shoulders.
Here's Kasim Ali, hits a ground ball in the hole, fielded by the shortstop on the second, safe. Fielder's choice, no out. Enrique Cabrera will bat with runners at first and second. So a 9-run top of the 3rd for the Ballbusters, and a 6-run bottom of the 3rd for Phoenix. First pitch to Cabrera, who started this inning with a walk. It's outside. Pop-up. On the infield, McPherson calls for it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, 6 runs in the inning for the Phoenix Stacy Savages, and we go to the top of the fourth. The score is now Phoenix 13, Austin 11 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And this is just a great softball game with the back and forth. Everybody's scoring a few runs in every inning. We'll see if the Ballbusters can put together another big inning like they did last time, but right now the Savages, steady few runs an inning, are up by 2.
8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes.
There are 8 minutes to go. So we played 3 innings. We played 3 innings in 42 minutes. Jimmy Ray, Roy Coates, Joe Fuentes here on the top of the fourth. And the first pitch to Ray, a ball outside. Ray has grounded twice to third base. He has scored a run, and he takes another ball. It's ball 3. 3-1. Strike call, 3-2. Ground ball foul. And of course, again, there not being a courtesy foul in the tournament, Jimmy Ray is out.
So as you mentioned before about the strike zone, so there really isn't a place on the ground that is too deep. The issue is where the ball crosses the player's body in the umpire's estimation. And if it doesn't cross the player's body, if it was too high when it went past, it's going to be a ball.
First pitch to Roy Coates is a ball. And now he takes a strike. Ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coates lets that pitch hit him. The count is full. It's 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. And Coates reaches for an inside pitch and fouls one. And he is out on the non-courtesy foul.
That was a tough pitch right in on his hands. Going to be hard to do anything with it but too close to the plate to take with 2 strikes on you.
Joe Fuentes is singled and singled. He has scored a run. He has driven in a run.
We got Joe.
And the first pitch to Joe is a ball. And that is a ball, ball 3. And here's the next one. Fuentes swings and chops one to short. It dies on the infield dirt, and Joe Fuentes will reach on a single. The ball just kind of died on the dirt and then rolled on out into left field.
There have been some tough hops over there at shortstop today.
Yes, there really have been. And again, the dirt must not be as nicely manicured as that turf in the outfield. First pitch to Vila is a ball. The count is 2-1. Here's the next delivery. It's a ball. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. And that pitch catches the outside, 3-2. 2 outs, a runner on the pitch. There's a ground ball short, and it's off the shortstop's glove out into the outfield. Bobble there by Wrench, and it's runners at first and second for Lanier.
And after 2 strikeouts to start the inning, the Ballbusters have a little bit going here with a runner in scoring position.
They trail 13-11. Here's Lanier. Strike call. He swings and hits one into center field for a hit. Fuentes around third. He is going to be waved home. There will be no play. And Joe Fuentes scores. RBI single for Lanier. And on the play, Vila holds.
And now we have a 1-run ball game.
We do indeed. Here's Lopez. Lopez swings and hits one into left field for a base hit. They're going to wave the tying run in, and no play at the plate. Vila scores. It's 11-11. Lopez with a key RBI single will bring up Kevin McPherson.
McPherson is 2 for 2 on the day.
McPherson takes a pitch inside for a ball. Takes this pitch for a strike. It's 2-2. Ball 3. Lanier is being pinch run for at second base. And that may be Coates, who is pinch run courtesy runner once in this game. McPherson swings and grounds her to short. Here's Wrench on the second base to Acevedo when the inning is over.
So 6-4 on the putout with the 2 strikeouts. That's 3 outs, but 2 runs come in between, and I believe we have a tie ball game.
We do, and there's probably less than 5 minutes. There are 2 minutes left. So Phoenix, being the home team, only needs the 1 run.
Needs 1 run.
Jim, this game cannot end in a tie, correct?
Right, yes, it can.
It can end in a tie? Okay, thank you. 11-11 our score.
13-13.
Yes. 11 plus 2 to 11 plus 2.
There we go.
And the leadoff batter will be at the top of the order. Sabino Davila will lead off. He'll be followed by Merle Acevedo and David Wrench.
So I believe the umpire was saying this game could end in a tie.
No, I don't think they can.
I don't
because
believe
we're in
it
the
can.
tournament portion of the.
We're in the tournament portion, and what a lot of tournaments, including the World Series, have used is what's called the international tiebreaker with a player on second. But they are going to do for tiebreakers the 1-pitch rule. So they do have a runner on second base, but then each batter gets a single pitch if there is a tie in this game. So it is a foul ball or caught or dropped, it's an out. If it's a strike, it's an out. If it's a ball, it's a walk, and the next batter comes up.
But that would be in the top of the next inning if it were to go that, because this is still the bottom of 4.
Yes, this is the bottom of the 4th. So if the Savages, as you said earlier, can score a run, then they will be the winners. If not, then we have to go to the tiebreaker rules.
But whatever they're discussing is taking a little longer than I think it should.
Somebody may have had a scoring discrepancy. Sometimes that causes people to talk, or maybe a batter without a number or something like that. But again, we have it as 13-13.
Yeah.
13-13.
Blue announcing the 13-13 again, so probably was a scoring discrepancy in someone's book.
First pitch is a ball to Davila. There's a fly ball foul over the first baseline fence. 2-2.
You don't ever really want to walk anybody, but you don't want to walk anybody in this inning.
There's a fly ball head out into right. One-handed catch out in right field by Ray Vila. Out number 1. Acevedo singled, grounded to third, fly to left center field. First pitch by Leal to Acevedo is grounded to third. Voles bobbles, comes up throwing, and safe. They had the man out at first base, but the first baseman dropped the ball. That's Espinosa, so a 1-out base runner is Acevedo.
And that's a tough one, just that little bobble. Like you say, I think he still had him, but couldn't quite glove it.
Here's David Wrench. He has reached all 3 times, and he hits a long one to deep left field. He knows it's gone. It's out of here. It's a 2-run homer And the Phoenix Stacy Savages win the ball game on the 2-run homer. The final score, Phoenix 15 and the Austin Ballbusters 13.
That is an exciting end to a softball game.
Yes.
But he looks like he could probably do that a lot of times when he wants
so
to. He
each team had its complement of the one home run allowed. It's that Phoenix saved its home run for its last batter, and it wins the game. The final score again, the Phoenix Stacy Savages 15, the Austin Ballbusters 13. We have another game for you coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of a break. How long will our break be? As long, we're just going to keep going, okay? We're just going to keep talking. It's a telethon here, folks. Final score again here in C1 bracket play. Phoenix Stacy Savages 15 and the Austin Ballbusters 13. We'll be back with our next game coming up in just a little bit on the Cloud Sports Network.
Hey, bitches, up here. Patrick. Wait. Anthony, Mark.
That's the Crushers. What's that?
You got lineups?
We got them, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, well, whose ever phone this is just went off.
It's Romans.
Okay. Well, are you done?
No, I got the last one here.
All right. We'll see you in a while.
Okay, buddy.
Hey, can you put your phone back on? And now the Fusion is leading Palm Springs 13-0. Thank you. Which Ross? Oh, this is Long Beach.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to. I never even started it, so yeah, you can take it.
Sure.
You're going to have to talk. I need to put this in.
Okay.
Do we have, by the way, Palm Springs' lineup?
I do. Yeah, I'm going to put it in.
Oh, just great.
Mom, did we give it to you?
It may help. I'm never going to get their lineup there. So you know what?
Well, yeah.
Here's a mental note for next year. 2 books for each. Alternate like you.
Yeah.
That might
I figured
work.
that out about 2 hours ago.
Good evening. This is Joel Tremblay. I'm coming to you on the Cloud Sports Network from the Sin City Classic in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are at the Desert Breeze Ballpark with what was scheduled for the 6 p.m. game between the Palm Springs Stingers and the Long Beach Crushers in C1. We are just getting started here.
Palm Springs is going to be the visiting team for this game, and so I'm going to look off of your book. Zach Douglas is going to lead off for Palm Springs. And the first pitch to Zach Douglas is illegal for a ball. The pitcher for the Long Beach Crushers is Hanson. And the next pitch to Zach Douglas, he swings and lines one into left field for a base hit.
And that first pitch gives us a chance to start right off talking about how the calls go here in softball. So a pitch that is illegal either didn't get at least 6 feet in the air or was over 12 feet in the air in the umpire's estimation. So they will call it illegal. It's a ball if you don't swing at it, but if you do put it in play, it's a live ball.
Here's Gomes. A fly ball hit foul to the right side, and it is off the right fielder's glove. It's a foul ball. It hit off his glove, and so it's just a long strike. This is Gomes, and he is an EH.
The Stingers batting 11 with an extra hitter. Some teams going down to 10, but actually the Crushers are batting 12 this game.
The next pitch to Gomes. He swings and hits one into right field. That ball is going to get down, fielded by the right center fielder. Douglas is on his way to third, and he stands up at third. It's first and third with nobody out. And it'll bring up Compton.
Compton playing third for the Stingers.
First pitch to Compton is a ball.
Just off the inside corner, it looks like.
Here's a base hit in the left field. Douglas will score. And on the play, Gomes to third. Compton now will take second as the ball gets by the third baseman. Gomes will hold at third base, so it's second and third, and nobody out.
So as we've discussed on some of the prior broadcasts, I play in America's Finest City Softball League in San Diego, and we know the Stingers well. They were the runner-ups in the 2019 San Diego Autumn Classic.
This is Moreno. Second and third, nobody out. There's a line drive into right center field for a hit. That'll plate 2. The throw comes into first base. Gomes scores, and so does Compton.
And that ball was ripped.
And that'll bring up the right center fielder, Trujillo. First pitch to him. Inside. The next one. Swing and a miss.
As you'll see, we're going by our lineups from the lineup sheets here. A lot of the numbers are being covered by jackets as it's a little chilly here in Las Vegas this evening.
There's a pitch that hit the plate. It's 3-2. Trujillo swings and lines one to the second baseman. And that's the first out of the inning. And we'll bring up the shortstop, Clark.
Throw over to first, but Moreno wisely back. Didn't get fooled by that line drive.
The batter, Clark, is a left-handed batter. And they deem that pitch illegal.
A little bit high.
That pitch is a ball.
So that sign wasn't illegal. It didn't go over 12 feet, but it was too high when it crossed the batter to be called a strike.
There's
That
a
one
strike
right down
call.
the pipe.
Go ahead. The 3-2 delivery is grounded to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, takes a hop, but he stays with it, and Moreno is forced at second base. Good play by the second baseman, Rodriguez.
Yeah, I wasn't sure he had him at second, but it was a strong throw.
So Clark replaces Moreno at first base, and that will bring up Pace. This is the pitcher for Palm Springs, and the first pitch to Pace is grounded to short, bobbled by the shortstop. Play to second is in time.
Good recovery there by the
And
shortstop.
Clark forced at second base, and that is the end of the inning. But 3 runs to score for Palm Springs, and after a half inning, it's 3-0.
A little bit of a rough start there, throwing it around a little bit, but cleaned up, and some very nice defense there at the end of the inning.
So Long Beach, in a game that we observed earlier today, you saw it here on the Cloud Sports Network. Long Beach battling back from an 11-2 deficit to beat the Texas Bots out of Austin, Texas, by the score of, I believe the score was 17-16 in a rather I'm going to finish putting my lineup in this scorebook. It came fast and furious.
So these games are in the tournament. We are now in the tournament. There are 50-minute games, no new innings after 50 minutes, and we'll go up to 7 innings. If we get 7 innings in before 50 minutes, that will end the game. And then there are run rules that could end the game, and we'll talk about those if they seem to be starting to be relevant.
All right, the umpire is ready to get this inning started. Avila will lead off for Long Beach. The Palm Springs pitcher is number 32, Pace. And the first pitch to Avila. Grounder back to Pace. Easy play to first, 1 up, 1 down. And Dominguez will be the batter. Dominguez swings at the first pitch and hits one in the air to left field. It drops in front of the left fielder for a single. And a 1-out base runner for Long Beach. We'll bring up Rodriguez. Tappers into the on-deck circle. One out base runner for the Crushers. First pitch, foul to the left side. It is a ball and 2 strikes.
And again, there is no foul to give or courtesy foul, so another foul ball would be a strikeout here.
And we've seen a lot of those. A bouncing ball right back to the pitcher. Play is to second base, and the second baseman just let the ball hit him and drops the ball. So what should have been a force out in the second out of the inning instead results in runners at first and second. Second baseman is Moreno, number 72. First and second, fly ball hit deep to left field. That ball's got some carry, and that ball is gone.
And so the rules in C-ball, you're allowed to have 1 home run per game. That will be theirs. They were able to get it with 2 other runners on, so we have a tie game with 1 swing of the bat.
So they got their home run early, but they did it with runners on. 3 are scored.
And makes them pay for that bobbled ball at second base.
And
I don't know if the second
indeed.
baseman was thinking about 2 and didn't get the first one, but that hurts even more with the home run.
Here's Golub. There's a fly ball hit out into right center field, and the catch is made by Trujillo, and that's the first out of the inning, or the second out of the inning. Gonna bring up Mora, the first baseman.
So any more home runs in this game will be an out for the Crushers. Not an inning-ending out. That's if it were D or Masters, but an out.
Here's the next pitch. Fly ball hit into left field. It's very high and not very deep. And the catch is made. The inning is over. Over. 3 runs, 2 hits, an error. Nobody left. 3-3 our score after 1 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Going to the top of the second, leading off for the Stingers will be Spears, the right fielder.
He'll be followed by Mazio Winston, and the left fielder, and Davidson. Roman wants to talk to you.
Just to give a quick preview, this will be our last game of the day, and then we'll be back again on Sunday, tomorrow, with Championship Sunday. So we'll have the B Division Championship starting at 2 o'clock, the A Division Championship at 3 o'clock, and then the AIF game at 4, and then D1 and 2 Championships starting at 5 and 6. Back to Rich.
Thank you, Roman. Spears takes the first pitch outside for a ball. And takes the next pitch for a ball. Ground ball to the right side, underneath the second baseman's glove and on into right center field will give him a leadoff single.
Mentioned about the courtesy foul and the fact that there isn't one here. We also should mention that the batters start off with a 1-1 count, so it only takes 2 more strikes or 3 more balls to get a strikeout or a walk.
Hansen is the pitcher for the Crushers of Long Beach. Here's Mazio Winston. Takes a ball. Illegal pitch, ball 3.
That one outside and flat.
That pitch is about 4 feet too high, and that will be a walk.
And hard to know what happened, but that one looked like the problem where you overcorrect the short pitch with the high pitch.
This is Davidson. 2 on, nobody out.
Umpire asking the batter to put, I think, a necklace under his jersey there.
And the first pitch to Davidson is a ball. The on-deck hitter is the catcher, Rivera. Davidson takes a strike. Davidson swings and hits one into center field. The ball is down for a hit. Spears around third, will score easily. Runner at second held. 4-3 our score now as Palm Springs regains the lead. And the batter will be Rivera. The catcher swings and hits one in the hole out into left center field for a base hit. Winston around third. He will score. RBI single for Rivera. On the play, Davidson stops at second base. First 4 batters reach, and Zach Douglas, who started this game with a base hit, will bat for the second time. He has scored a run. His team is back in the lead at 5-3, and he takes a pitch outside. One and 0, 2-1. And now inside ball 3, 3-1. Pitch to Douglas. Is a strike called? Its count is full. Davidson at second, Rivera at first. 2 runs in the inning. Pitch is high, and a walk, and the bases are loaded. Here's Gomes.
Looks like this pitcher may be trying to hit very specific spots and just being off a little bit.
The umpire wants to dust off the plate. The catcher puts his foot on the plate. Oh, they were having a discussion on blocking the plate. Okay. Pitch to Gomes is swung on and lined to the second baseman. Second baseman was playing up, and an easy play for him on a solidly hit ball, but right to the fielder.
And nobody moves, no chance for a double play, but that's the kind of hit where sometimes you'll get one catching a runner off the bag.
That's Rodriguez, who is playing second base, and that will bring up Compton. Compton singled and scored in the first inning. Bases loaded now, 1 out. Strike call. It's 2-2. Here's the next one. Swing and a little fly ball out into shallow center field. Hangs up with the right center fielder. That'll score a run as Davidson scores. The throw on the infield, or coming back into the infield, gets by the pitcher. And now an overthrow. This is going to allow Rivera to score, so 2-run score. And Douglas to second base. There will be 2 errors on that play and 2 more runs. Davidson scoring on the sacrifice fly, and then that throw back into the infield got by the cutoff man, and that allowed Rivera to go to third, and then the throw trying to get him to third went over the third baseman's head, and that made it possible for Rivera to score, and that's 4 runs in the inning for Palm Springs. Douglas held second. There are 2 outs.
And so the score now 7-3 in favor of the Stingers, who are still batting.
And there's a base hit into right center field. Douglas will score easily. Throw comes into the shortstop. And it's 8-3. Zach Douglas with a little, I don't know, showmanship, should we say? As he scored, he thought there might be a play on him. This is Trujillo.
The umpire checking the number of outs. We have the liner to second and a fly out to 9 that started the 2 runs on the overthrows.
And the first pitch is line foul down the right side.
Trujillo getting a little heckling from the fans.
Here's the next pitch. Swung on and grounded to the right side, fielded by the second baseman. Rodriguez on to first, and the inning is over. 5 runs score in this inning for Palm Springs, and we go to the bottom of the second. The Palm Springs Stingers now have the lead. The score is 8-3.
And coming up for the Crushers in the bottom half of the inning, we'll have Hanscom, Hansen, and Farum.
Hansen will lead off for the Crushers of Long Beach in the bottom of the second inning. Once tied 3-3, they now trail 8-3. First pitch to Hansen. Fly ball left field. Shallow. Coming in and making the catch is Mazio Winston, and that's out number 1. And here's Hansen.
This inning starts just like the last one ended, with a fly ball out to left field.
First pitch swinging and hitting one to right field. And the ball is caught.
Right at the end of his reach there, it looked like, but he was able to bring it in.
And that's the second out of the inning. That's Spears, who is playing right field, and that'll bring up Farum, batting for the first time. Here's a fly ball hit to left center field to Zach Douglas. 3 pitches, and that's a very quick inning. 3 outfield outs, and that's no runs, no hits, and no one left on. We go to the top of the third. The score is still Palm Springs 8 and Long Beach 3. Well, if you're in Palm Springs or if you're in Long Beach or supporting one of these two teams, who you have in this game? Across the Cloud Sports Network, we'd like to know who you're rooting for. You can easily access us. We'd like to know what's your favorite team. Maybe not so much in this game, but perhaps in the entire tournament here at the 2020 Sin City Classic out here in Las Vegas. It is 8-3, top of the third. How much time? 27 minutes.
Just over half the game left then.
Hope you don't mind me asking the umpire like that, but what the heck.
As you said, that was one of the fastest half innings we've had. We've had very few 3-up, 3-down innings, but that one was, as you say, 3 pitches. That was fast.
Yes. This is Clark leading off in the top of the third. And he takes another pitch for a ball. And he walks.
That pitch just a little bit inside. Pace the pitcher up now. Grounder out on a grounder in the first inning.
So the leadoff batter on again. Third time in 3 innings for the Stingers. The first pitch illegal, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch is a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a swing and a ground ball off the shortstop's glove into left field for a hit. Clark, the ball bobbled in left field, will allow Clark to go to third. Play at second is in time. And Pace is out. So the putout will go 7-4 for the first out of the inning. Clark at third base. That was a good recovery by the left fielder, Chan. Fly ball to right center field is going to be caught by Rodriguez, and on the play, Clark will score on the sacrifice fly. Another run for the Stingers.
And that's going to make it 9-3 with 2 down. We do want to take a moment to thank everyone who's watching. Thank you, Cloud Sports Network. Would like to thank everybody watching and the players for all of the support. We have over 3,000 people watching these games today, so please continue to watch and please share the videos with your family and your friends and tag friends in them so they know that they were in the videos.
Mazio Winston fouls one to the right side. It's a ball and 2 strikes. I gotta tell you, these are fun games to do. It's more fun when it's warmer.
It is more fun when it's warmer, which is why many of us play in San Diego.
Swing and a ground ball to short. On the first, not in time. Runner safe. Mazio runs very well and beat the throw easily. So it's an infield single for Mazio Winston, who has reached twice today. And it'll bring up Davidson. First pitch to Davidson. That is a strike call, 2-2.
Bottom of the order came up big in the last inning.
And there's a fly foul to the right side. And that will be a strike on this non-courtesy foul. And that is also the third out of the inning. A run, though, for Palm Springs. And they extend their lead. The score is now 9-3 as we go to the bottom of the third and the bottom 3 in the order for the Long Beach Crushers.
Still a lot of time left, but the Crushers need to get something going. Other than that one home run swing, they've
not done much.
Haven't gotten much going. They're still in the first time through the lineup with those last 3 batters coming up.
Chan will lead off. Chan is the left fielder for Long Beach, and he will start the bottom of the third for his team. Right-handed batter. And the first pitch to him is low and inside for a ball. Pace, the pitcher for the Stingers. The 2-1. Inside. 3-1. Three balls and a strike. We're at Desert Breeze, field number 4, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's
That
a
one
pretty
hitting-
night. It's a chilly night.
That one hitting just behind the plate for a strike.
Chan swings and grounds one to short. Long throw and safe. Chan runs very quickly. So Chan reaches to start the bottom of the third.
Oh, and it looks like, hang on a second, unfortunately, it looks like maybe Chan is down there. Did he trip?
Looks like he might have, he may have hit the bag incorrectly. And so his team to check on him.
So you'll see 2 bags here at first base. We don't end up talking about that a lot, but it's called a safety bag. So usually there's going to be 2 bags, and the runner is to hit the one on the outside, and the fielder is to use the one on the inside. But there's still bags, and sometimes you can hit him wrong or trip. Looks like he's being helped off the field. I think he probably did something to his ankle there by the way it looks.
That's too bad.
So hopefully he's going to be okay. No worse than maybe a turned ankle there. He was hustling to get down that line and beat that play. And we have a substitution coming in here. So it looks like for Chan, they're going to bring in Smith, who's number 3. And I'm being told by our stats team that Smith has plus speed, so not losing
As
anything on the
opposed to
bases.
what?
As
Okay.
opposed to me, who got thrown out at second from the outfield earlier today.
Dominguez is going to be the batter. Dominguez wears number 57. He is the catcher. The on-deck hitter is Fitzgibbon. And the pitch.
There were some questions about whether the cold might have affected anything with regard to the injury. Usually that's going to be more about pulled muscles and things like that. I think that was probably a turned ankle that could have happened any time.
The pitch was a strike. It's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a foul, and the batter is out.
Right at our camera.
Here's Fitzgibbon. Takes a strike. It's 1-2. Illegal pitch, but the ball is swung on and hit out into left field. Amazio Winston makes the catch. 2 down.
And again, those illegal pitches, if you swing at them, they are live balls. Often, again, what happens is either the batter is already into their swing when they hear the pitch is called illegal and they just have to finish it, or sometimes it's just a nice pitch and they think they can hit it well.
Here is Avila, who grounded back to the pitcher, and he takes a ball. Swung on, and a slow roller to the right side, fielded by the second baseman quickly to first base, and that ends the inning. Nice infield play there. Moreno making the quick recovery and on to first, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 1 left. And we go to the top of the 4th. Our score remains Palm Springs 8. I have the wrong score. It's 9. Yes, I'm not adding correctly. And Long Beach 3 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
Just starting to feel like this game is inching away from the Crushers. They had that 3-run first inning, but haven't scored since, whereas the Stingers have been putting up something every inning, even got 1 in that last inning. And going into the top of the 4th inning, it will be Rivera, the catcher, the bottom of the lineup, and then we'll turn it over to Douglas, the leadoff hitter.
Rivera has reached and he has scored. First pitch to Rivera. Fly ball hit out in left center field, shallow and in for a single.
Got jammed a little bit, but was able to muscle it out there.
And so that'll bring up the top of the order and Zach Douglas, who has singled twice. Adorns his hands in pink gloves.
Wish I had some of those right now.
And the first pitch to Zach. Swinging a ground ball to this right side, fielded by the second baseman, makes a good long throw to the shortstop, and that gets the lead runner, Rivera, out at second base. So a good play from Rodriguez on to Golub, and that is the first out, and will bring up Gomes.
Absolutely gorgeous. Had a fairly quick runner there. His body was going in the wrong direction, but managed to get enough on the throw to get him out at second.
First pitch is a ball. There's a fly ball hit out to the second baseman. Oh my God, he lets the ball drop, and I know why he did that. He wanted to get the lead runner because Douglas is a faster runner than Gomes, and Douglas is out. but they're not allowing it. They're just going to call it a pop-up to the second baseman. Here's Compton. Grounder to third, bobbled by the third baseman. On to first, no play. Runners at first and second now with 2 out. The batter, Moreno.
It's going to take a hit by Moreno here to get them back on the board, so they will have scored in every inning. Otherwise, this will be the first inning that the Stingers haven't scored.
First pitch is deemed illegal, 2-1. Fly ball hit very well to center field. Well enough that it is gone.
So it took him a few innings, but the Stingers respond with a 3-run home run in kind, just like the Crushers had.
And that is their home run. It is now 12-3. And we'll bring up Trujillo.
Moreno is the cleanup hitter, so no big surprise that he has that kind of power.
First pitch to Trujillo. Grounded to short and on into left center field for a base hit. Bobbled by the left center fielder, and Trujillo thought he might try for second base, but a recovery out there, so it'll hold him to a single. And we'll bring up Clark. Clark is grounded to the second baseman, and he is walked. Clark takes the ball. The count is 2-1. Swung on and a grounder in the hole and short into left field for a base hit. And on the play, Trujillo will go to third, and the throw comes into third, allowing Clark to reach second.
And tough for the shortstop there. It looked like he was in the right spot and was ready for a hop, and that ball just died and rolled right under him.
Something's going on that infield. A lot of bad hops or balls that just kind of don't take the true hop that you'd expect them to. That'll bring up the pitcher Pace. We're at play here in the top of the fourth inning. 3 runs have scored on a home run by Moreno. It is 12-3 in favor of the Palm Springs Stingers. Three and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. A strike call, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Batter was taken all the way there.
It sounded like it hit the plate, but it didn't matter where it hit. As you say, it's where it crosses. And that pitch is low for a ball 4.
He did have the base open there, so nobody moves other than the batter going to first. But
here is the right fielder Spears.
1 for 2 on the day.
And the first pitch to Spears, he grounds one foul to the right side. A ball and 2 strikes.
Flew out to right field last inning, so probably gunning that way.
That fly ball that he hit did result in a run, as it was a sacrifice fly. Next pitch is hit in the air to left center field. The ball will be caught, and the inning is over. They'll leave 3, they score 3. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is 12-3 in favor of Palm Springs. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters for Long Beach, Dominguez, Rodriguez, and Tapper.
See how this goes. So this game started a little bit late, close to about 6:15 or 6:20, so we probably have something in the neighborhood of 10 minutes left here, going into the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, I know. I was, you know what I was thinking? I wasn't sure if that one they had already had their money, so I was thinking about it.
So here is Dominguez. Dominguez has a single in this game. He has batted once and reached, scored a run ahead of a home run in the top or the bottom of the first, and the first pitch to Dominguez is a strike call. 1-2. Dominguez swings, hits one to shallow left field. Winston in, it drops in front of him for a base hit. And then Mazio bobbles the ball, and that will allow Dominguez to reach second base.
High throw there going into second. Good play by the second baseman. Not only to get the ball, but to actually make a pass at the tag. But Dominguez already there.
Rodriguez the batter. Has a man in scoring position with nobody out and a grounder to third. Bad hop over the third baseman's glove. They will score. Dominguez, the throw to second is wide, and the ball gets by the first baseman, allowing Rodriguez to take third. And then the throw comes in, and the pitcher says, I've had enough of this. I'm going to stop it and keep the ball myself.
Fortunately, that throw didn't go into the dugout, or it could have added an extra base. If the ball goes out of play, the runners get to advance one more base than they would have otherwise.
Tapper swings and grounds one into left field for a base hit. Rodriguez will score. 2 runs in so far this inning, and the score is now 12-5.
And this is what the Crushers need. They don't have to get it all back this inning, but they definitely needed to get a few.
Well, they better hurry up because there are only 8 minutes left. But they are the home team, so they can bat as long as need be. At least in this instance. First pitch is illegal. This is Golub, the shortstop, who fly to right center in his previous plate appearance. 12-5, nobody out. The next one. Swung on and grounded to shortstop into center field for a base hit. First and second. Another wide throw coming in from the outfield, but no advancement by the runners.
Someone in the dugout is yelling, hit your cuts. And I think on that last batter, the umpire was making sure the batter was in the batter's box. So you can't really see one, so it's going to be a judgment call.
There's a ground ball. Nice play by the shortstop, but he has no play. That was Mora. The bases are now loaded.
Probably did save a run by keeping that ball on the infield with that outstretched glove, but couldn't quite get it to second.
That was Clark with the nice play there, and that'll bring up Handsome. First pitch to Handsome is inside for a ball. You have Tapper at third, Golub at second, Mora at first.
And if you're looking at the bases loaded thinking about a grand slam, remember they already hit a home run, so that would just be a long out.
There's a grounder to third. Run will score. A play to second is in time. Play to first is in time. A double play.
So I believe Tapper scored the third run of the inning on that one.
Tapper did,
And
yeah.
Golub made it over there to third.
Long Beach coaches having a discussion with the umpire about that second out. It was very close. This will bring up the pitcher, Hansen.
And it was close, but the umpire's call is the umpire's call unless something happens that really makes him change his mind about it. And our instant replay is not official.
3 runs in the inning, now 2 out. And the first pitch is a ball, 2-1. Next pitch, illegal. That pitch is low for a ball 4. It's first and third.
And we'll see if the Crushers can come back. That double play had to be, pun intended, crushing for the Crushers. They had a great inning going there with 3 runs in and nobody out until that.
Excuse me. This is Farham, who fly to left center field in his first appearance, and he swings and hits one off the pitcher and past the shortstop on out into left center field. A run scores. Golub scores on the play.
And I have that as 4 in, which means it's the score should now be 12-7 in favor of the Stingers, with the Crushers still chasing 5 with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th.
On the play, the man running for Hansen, and I can't see what his number is, he reached third. And here is Smith. Smith came in when Chan got hurt. He takes the ball. Smith swings and lifts one in the air to right center field. It will be caught. Trujillo ranging to his left. Looked a little unsteady from where we are, but he made the catch. 4 runs score in the inning. And we go to the top of the 5th. And our score is now 12-7.
Yes, we have not heard the beeper that says the umpire's clock has had time run out, so we will get a 5th inning here, and we will complete it no matter what. So the Stingers are up, but the Crushers will get at least one more chance in the bottom half of the inning.
Maceo Winston will lead off here. His team up by 5 now, 12-7. We're in the top of the 5th. And Maceo Winston awaits the first pitch, which is hit in the air to left center field. And that's out number 1 as the catch was made by Farham. Here's Davidson. And the first pitch to Davidson. He takes a strike. Strike 1, strike 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And a legal pitch, it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is low, ball 3, 3-2. And he walks, ball 4.
So 1-on-1 out here in the top of the 5th with the Stingers batting, leading by 5.
And this will bring up the catcher, Rivera. There's going to be a pinch runner. And I can't tell you who it is because the number is blocked. It looks like his name is Lenny. '23. This pitch is popped in the infield, and the pitcher makes the putout on Rivera, and that is the second out of the inning. And we'll bring up the top of the order, and here's Douglas. The clock is just told us that there is no time left. Time is run out. They'll finish this half inning, and then Long Beach will get its play. And they'll need 5 as this inning just ends on a line drive of the shortstop, Douglas. The putout made by Golub, and so no runs, 1 left.
So that's the first inning that the Stingers didn't put any on the board. So they'll go into the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Crushers chasing 5, behind 12-7. 5 to tie, 6 to win. If there is a tie, the tiebreaker at Sin City Classic this year is having a runner start at second, and then the batters all get 1 pitch. And if you put it in play, you put it in play. If it's a ball, it's a walk. If it's a strike, it's an out.
Dominguez, Fitzgibbon, and Avila will bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. And again, you can probably hear that the clock is still beeping. I'm not going to touch it. It's within arm reach, but I'm going to leave it alone. And it just stopped beeping on its own, thankfully.
Umpire chatting over here with the Crushers. Might be confirming scores again.
All right, so as you have already heard, regulation time has been completed. The score is 12-7. And as Joel said, 5 to tie, 6 to win. Last at bat. Here's the first pitch to Dominguez. Ball. Dominguez struck out on a foul ball. And the next one to him is inside, ball 3.
It looks like the right-handed batters are starting to have a little trouble getting comfortable in the batter's box. The cleats have dug out little divots there.
And that pitch is illegal, ball 4. And so a leadoff runner, Dominguez reaches on a walk. Fitzgibbon will be the batter. He flew out to left field his first time up.
And we'll see. That was 3 balls in a row. Wouldn't be a bad idea to take a pitch here when you need to get more base runners. You got to score 5 somehow.
First pitch. Strike call. Taken all the way. A ball and 2 strikes to Fitzgibbon. And that pitch is a little low. Fitzgibbon swings and fouls one to the left side. It's in play in foul territory, and the catch is made by Compton, and that's the first out.
Now, a little point on that one. A lot of times you'll hear, let it go, let it drop, because that would have been an out just because it was a foul ball, but
right.
When you catch it, the runner has a chance to advance. He didn't.
And so that'll bring up Avila, who grounded to the pitcher, grounded to second. He takes the strike. The next one is grounded foul down the third base line.
Quickly called foul. I think the umpire there chanting for replay. I think the umpire had the right call there, pretty clearly wide.
That
of
was
first
definitely
base.
From where we are. That was definitely a foul, and that is the second out of the inning. And in order to keep this game going, Dominguez has to do something here. This is Dominguez, their third baseman. 2 outs, 1 on. And the first pitch is a ball, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 swung on and grounded to third. It's a fair ball on to second, and the inning is over as Dominguez, the catcher, is forced at second, and that is it. That's our ball game. The final score here this afternoon, well, actually this evening, the Palm Beach Stingers 12, the Long Beach Crushers 7. We are at what field tomorrow? We are at Sunset Field tomorrow. This will conclude our coverage on the Cloud Sports Network for today. Real quickly, for tomorrow at 2 p.m., the B Championship. At 3 p.m., the A Championship. At 4 p.m., the A if game if necessary. At 5 p.m., the Division I D1 Championship. And at 6 p.m., the D2 Championship. Mitch Barnes, Roman Jimenez, thank you both very much for all of the technical support that you gave us today. I don't know where Mitch is. He must be climbing a fence somewhere. Joel, good working with you today.
Good working with you.
And we look forward to being back again tomorrow. Championship Sunday here at the Sin City Classic. Thank you all across the Cloud Sports Network for being with us today. Rich Siegel with you from Desert Breeze in Las Vegas. Good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.